This new Osprey Stratos 36 rucksack has just arrived, so I thought I'd bring you along for a first look at it and an unboxing, or unbagging in this case. So let me get into it with my trusty Opinel knife, hopefully without cutting into the bag itself. So it comes all flat packed like this. Let me get it adjusted and give it a bit more shape so you can see it properly. What they do is pull in all the compression straps so that it's as small as it can be for packing it up and shipping it out. I got this from SportPersuit. It's actually the previous generation. There's a new one out now, and I think the way SportPersuit work is they buy up stock of end of line or like the previous version of things like this and sell them off. So this was £86.99 from SportPersuit. The new model is 180 quid. But I think looking at it, the main difference between this and the latest one is the colour. So the new one is all grey, whereas this one's got black around it and a bit of the grey as well. Okay, so we can start to see it taking shape now. It's Osprey Stratos 36. You've got a section at the bottom that you can access directly, and there is a divider in there between that and the main compartment. So you can use that for putting things in like wet gear to keep it separate from everything else, or your sleeping bag. I usually put my quilt and my pillow in that area there. While we're on this side of the bag, there is a rain cover as well that's in that little zip pocket there, and then there's a zip storage pouch down the front, and again you could put your waterproofs in there or anything that you want to get quick access to. We've got straps on the bottom for attaching your tent to the outside or a foam sleep mat to the outside. I tend to take these off. They are removable because I like to keep everything inside the pack. Now at 36 litres, this is obviously not going to be for winter wild camps or even spring or autumn. It's really just for my summer camps where I need minimal gear. I'll probably have my Lanshan 2 in there, so the smallest tent that I've got, with my trekking poles on the outside. And with this, you do get the Stow-on-the-Go trekking pole storage system, which I really like. So that means that when you've got the bag on, your trekking poles go through this elastic loop here and then hook into that side there. So you can easily stow them away while you're walking without taking your bag on and off. In usual sort of Osprey style, you've got a zip into the lid there for a bit of extra storage. On the back of the Stratos 36, you've got the airspeed system as well, which I've got on my Ruck 50. And I really like this. It keeps the bag, I don't know if you'll see the size of the gap there, it keeps the bag totally away from your back on this sort of mesh trampoline system, and it really helps with airflow and stopping you sweating as much. It's never going to totally get rid of you being a sweaty person if you are a sweaty person, but it stops you being really hot and getting overheated. You've got your load straps at the top there to cinch in, and then you've got some nice thick padded shoulder straps, and again these have got the holes through them to give you some nice airflow there. These sternum straps are adjustable, so you can slide that up and down, and then there's a whistle as always on the buckle there. We've also got hip belt pockets on each side, and I won't know until I put it on in a minute whether I can get into these with one hand or not. Sometimes they do get stuck and you have to end up using both hands to get into them. It's not the end of the world, but it is a bit annoying if I'm honest. In terms of adjustment on the straps, you've got 4 different positions there where you can put the shoulder pads into to adjust the size of the pack. Then if we look inside, under the lid, you've got a mesh storage area with the usual signature Osprey key holding thing there. It's a fixed lid, so you can't adjust the back of it up and down, which you wouldn't expect to be able to for a pack of this size. Compression straps, so you've got on each side, one at the top and one at the bottom. Now this one at the bottom, I'll probably leave loose or even cut it off, because I find that if you put that tight and you've got a water bottle in there, I do use water bottles, it just makes it harder to get it in and out. This is a stretchy pocket, but then you're getting rid of that stretchy benefit, if that's a term, by compressing it down with this strap. Now I didn't like this on the new Exos 48, but on the Exos, that bit of the strap went onto the hip belt, so you couldn't really remove it. Whereas on this Stratos, it's going straight to the bottom side of the pocket, so there is the option to remove that. So if we look inside the bag, again it's the usual sort of pull to close operation that you get on most, if not all, Osprey bags. These are really easy to use when you've got gloves on. You've got a pocket in there and a sort of water bladder holding thingy. I say thingy, I don't know anything about water bladders, I don't use them. A couple of extra things when it comes to getting to the inside of the pack. We've got on this side here an extra zip that gets you straight into that main compartment, so if you want to quickly get in and access something without going in through the top, you can do that. And as it says in the name, the pack is a 36 litre pack. The dimensions are 71 centimetres by 37 centimetres by 27 deep. In terms of materials, this is a 210D nylon material all the way through it, and it's worth noting that all the materials on this pack are recycled as well. So in terms of the sort of waist belt, you've got the usual Osprey thing where you pull the strap away from you to tighten it. Then we've got the sternum strap, and again, as I said, you can slide this up and down and get the right fit for you. Likewise, you can adjust the shoulder straps into those 4 different positions, and then we've got the load lifters there, which really bring the pack and the weight of the pack into your back and hold it around your hips. These hip belt pockets, I can kind of get into them with one hand, but I can't fully close it. So as I said, it's just something to be aware of, and it is a bit annoying. Eventually you'll get there with it, but I tend to just keep things in there that I'm not going to need until I've set up camp, or I only need really like a hat and gloves or my spare batteries for my camera in those pockets. I don't put snacks in there because you might need to get to them really quickly. Nobody likes being hangry, do they? I pretty much knew what I was getting when I ordered this. I did used to have an older version of the Stratos 36, but that was a really like bright fluorescent lime green colour, which I just didn't like. You know, colour's not everything, but I draw the line at lime green. So first impression, it's as I would expect. I've had 3 or 4 Osprey packs now. It's exactly what I need, hopefully, for my summer camps and my more lightweight camps. And for 86 quid, I think that's a pretty good deal. You still get the Osprey guarantee as well, so if I register this on their website, I get the Almighty guarantee, I think it's called. But even if you're not interested in this pack, it's worth having a look at SportPersuit, because they've got a few other Osprey packs in at the minute, and it's usually the case of when they've gone, they've gone. And if they don't have anything that you fancy right now, it's worth signing up for their free mailing list, and they'll send you emails when they get new stock in of new packs or new bits of clothing or whatever it is that they get in. And if it does your head in, just unsubscribe. You haven't got anything to lose, really. Thanks for watching.